Coming up tonight on Lakeland PBS. Save the date for the 2019 Lake Bemidji Dragon Boat Festival, July 31st through August 3rd. Team registration deadline is July 15th. Information available at bemidjidragonboat.com. Programming on Lakeland PBS is brought to you in part by Otter Tail Power Company, balancing community, economic, and environmental commitments, always.
Our town, Hackensack, on Lakeland PBS is funded by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota. In the north-central part of Minnesota, on the shores of Birch Lake, you will find the unique city of Hackensack. To really get an idea of the history of Hackensack, we must first talk about the town of Lothrop, Minnesota. Lothrop was a thriving town because at the time the old logging railroad ran that far. Trains would be loaded with logs from the mill and sent to Brainerd. However, in 1896, the railroad continued north, Lothrop was abandoned. Little trace of the city still remains. Some people followed the railroad to Walker, some to Cass Lake, but some moved back to the area that soon became known as Hackensack. In 1903, Hackensack was officially founded. The name Hackensack came from Buy Bartlett and James Currow, who grew up in Hackensack, New Jersey. Legend has it they named it after their hometown because the mosquitoes were just as big here and plentiful as the town they grew up in. In 1904, the train depot from Lothrop moved to Hackensack, and the village grew thanks to a surge of pioneers in 1911 through 1920. Logging, lumber milling, fur farming, sheep farming, and selling cream to Bridgman and Russell Creamery in Duluth were most of the jobs around at this time. And in 1907, the little white church that still stands to this day was built. In the 1920s, Hackensack grew to become a resort area. After the war was over and the Depression eased, the resort business really picked up. People from the city would drive up north to the Hackensack Lakes area as lake cabins replaced the old hotels. By late 1964, the businesses really thrived in Hackensack as vacationers brought their boats and started building homes of their own in the area that eventually became their retirement homes. There are still many resorts that continue to this day, and tourism remains a big part of the Hackensack economy.
There was a lot of little schools, and they might just be 10 miles apart even, out in the country, all around the area. 1920, I think, the school will open, the first class would have been like 1921. My grandfather had already moved up here, and he helped build the school. Architect and the person that was in charge of building it was the one that built the home school in Sauk Center. And my grandpa had helped build that. And so when they came up here and found out that he was here, they hired him right away. And so he helped build the school. And the first few years and stuff before they had the school buses, there were people, men that would, with their wagons and They'd have a wood stove on there and burn wood and stuff on it to keep it warm enough so they didn't freeze in the wintertime coming into school, because some of them were coming quite a distance. I know some of them were like 10, 12 miles, which to me that'd be a long time to ride in an open sled. And then our school was, it was a nice school. And we had football and baseball and basketball. Of course, we had the cheerleaders, and in the early years, they had the speech teams. Some of that kind of went away and other things came in. We had the basic things. The last class to graduate was 1959. And then the junior high and high school went to Walker, and Walker sent down a lot of their elementary school kids until they did some more work and stuff to have more room. And then one of their schools had a fire in it. I think it was in the elementary one, and so they really expanded there, and then they could bring all the kids up there. When I was in grade school, we had like 7 school buses to go pick up kids. And my last year, and then the last year that the school was here too, there was 3. Part of what happened was we had ones from Deerfield Township area. They became annexed into the Bacchus School. We had ones that went way out toward Longville. Longville pulled all of them into the Longville area. We used to have ones that came down from the Onegum area. They ended up all into the Walker. And so ours kept getting smaller and smaller. There was a lot of discussion that went on before. A lot of the people wanted us to go together with Bacchus. Bacchus was 7 miles to the south of us. Walker was 15 miles to the north of us. And they wanted to build a school, high school between Hackensack and Bacchus. And each one maintained their own elementary school as long as they could. And then they would add on to the high school with an elementary school. And we had the other part that wanted them to go to Walker because Walker already had educational things that we didn't have and Bacchus didn't have. And somehow that eventually won out. And we went to Walker, and yes, there was there was time, that people took a long time to everybody to kind of get together to get used to the idea of it. And one of the things that happened, because we didn't have our own school here anymore, you kind of lost connection with different people. You had your groups that went to the churches, you had your groups that went to here, to this business or that business, so they didn't have a community thing until Pastor Slickning came here, pastor of the Lutheran Church, and he got the pastors from our other churches to come together and do an ecumenical service during Lent. And to this day, we still do with the UCC Church and the Catholic Church and our Lutheran Church. We do that together, and all 3 pastors take part in each of the service each week as we go to between the churches. And that had brought a whole lot of our community back together. But they're still the ones that, if they aren't in some of these other groups, they don't all, but it took the place of what was lost with the school being no longer here. There is a sense of belonging because it's been so long ago since that the school was no longer here. And so new people have moved in and young people have grown up, so they don't have the sense of the loss of our own school. Well, the building sat there empty, and then there was someone that bought it. and they were going to do things with it. Well, they had square dancing in there, and then no one thought about repairing any of the roof or the windows and things, and it started to really deteriorate. Then we had another group that got together with a small group that worked on repairing parts of the school that we could. It just got to the point where we didn't have enough help that saw the future of the part of the school that we could save. And so we let it go back to the county, who let it go back to the state, and then it was the state said it had to be torn down, so it was torn down. But over the top of the main doors going in there, there was this great big part that had said the Hackensack School, and that we asked them to save. And so the ones that were tearing it down were very good about that, and they kept it intact for us. And then the land was sold and the assisted living was built there. And the person that owned it called it senior class. And one thing with the sale of it, it was agreed upon in the contract that the part that we had taken down from the school, that would be put on that property and always be there. And it's still there, and they have fixed it as a flower bed around it and stuff.
Hi, I'm Jeff Hanks, Program Manager here at Lakeland PBS. Thanks for tuning in for Our Town Hackensack. Just another great example of some of the local productions we do here at Lakeland PBS. And the Our Town project here, the whole idea is we want to shine a spotlight on our great small town communities and cities throughout our coverage area. And the first community we looked at this past season was Hackensack. We had a fantastic time meeting a lot of the folks down there, and of course learning a little bit about the history, a little bit about some of the festivals and unique attractions that make Hackensack such a fantastic community. And again, thanks to all those folks who helped us out with this production of Our Town Hackensack. If you enjoy this type of local programming, if you're from the Hackensack area or you visit there, you're there in the summer, we're going to give you an opportunity to have a copy of this program. There it is at the $60 level or $5 a month sustaining. We'll be happy to send you a DVD of the program itself, not without these breaks in it, but within the program itself on DVD. So $60 or $5 a month pledge. And just know that when you do make a pledge like this, those dollars stay local here at Lakeland PBS to support local productions just like this. We do a lot of production work here at Lakeland, including our Lakeland News and Common Ground and other historical documentaries. But this is just another example of our mission to tell the stories of our neighbors and our friends and families and the communities in our coverage areas. So if you enjoy this type of programming and you want to see this type of production continue here in north central Minnesota, maybe see your town featured next on Our Town, let us know. Give us a call. Let us know. Tell us your ideas. Let us know with your pledge of support. You can always make that pledge online, lptv.org. Let's take a look at how to make that pledge online.
There's a special place you turn to for programs that educate, inform, and entertain your mind. Lakeland PBS. Now it's easy to pledge your support and make a difference. Whether you're a new or renewing supporter, you can pledge online at lptv.org. It's fast, easy, and secure. Just point, click, and contribute. Visit our website and pledge today.
Well, there you can see that making that pledge is really easy to do online. You can make a pledge at whatever level you're comfortable with. We'll accept any amount, and just know that those dollars, like I said, do stay local here with Lakeland PBS to support productions just like this, to keep these going here in north central Minnesota. So please make that pledge online. Otherwise, you can always make a phone call to our friendly phone operators at 800-292-0922 is the number to call. And another great benefit of membership at Lakeland to see great productions like this and a lot of other PBS content is through Lptv Passport. Here's some details about that.
Have you heard about Lptv Passport? This member benefit gives you on-demand access to a rich library of public television programming on lptv.org, pbs.org, the PBS apps, and Apple TV. Lptv Passport is available to members with a yearly contribution of at least $60 or an ongoing monthly contribution of just $5 or more. Watch over 1,000 hours of your favorite content, including American Experience, American Masters, Masterpiece, Austin City Limits, hundreds of hours of nature, Nova, Antiques Roadshow, and much more. It's Lptv Passport, another member benefit of Lakeland PBS.
Well, there you can see Lptv Passport really is a great benefit to membership, and that's what most folks come to Lakeland and PBS for, is the great content, whether it's unique local productions like Our Town Hackensack, shining a light on a local community and its residents and what makes it unique and some of the history and the current happenings, on through the great national PBS productions that so many of you enjoy. So Lptv Passport is really something to consider. Another thing I'd like to remind you of is becoming a sustaining member. It's really convenient, easy for you, and it's good for the station to keep productions like this going. Here's some more information about becoming a sustaining member.
Sustaining membership is an easy, convenient, and affordable way to support the programs you love. Sustaining members make an ongoing monthly contribution from either their credit card or checking account. Just choose the monthly amount you'd like to give. Then, go online or call and we'll get it set up for you. Your donation will happen automatically each month, so your support will always be current. If you want to change your sustaining membership, just contact us. Monthly contributions begin as low as $5 per month. Go online or call to start your sustaining membership right now.
Well, there you can see becoming a sustaining member really does make a lot of sense. It's convenient for you, and it provides a steady stream of support to support productions just like this, Our Town Hackensack. Again, we had a lot of fun over the past year working with the folks in Hackensack on this, and just letting the greater community, really the entire state, know a little bit more about Hackensack and what it has to offer. A community, there's a million stories. It's infinite. You could go on and on about the individual stories in the community, but with Our Town Hackensack, we really strive to provide a slice and a good solid look back at some of the history of how the community came to be, and get to know some of the folks who value living in that community, and just let folks know, let the entire state know what these small towns have to offer. So if you enjoy this, now's the time to let us know. And please also consider our basic $36 membership level. It's a really cost-effective way to get involved and support programs. Let's take a look at that.
As a basic member of Lakeland PBS, there are benefits to membership that you'll enjoy, such as our Highlights Program Guide. The guide includes program listings along with program repeat times, photographs, and much more. You'll also receive the Program Preference Poll. This annual poll allows you to vote for your favorite programs, which in turn allows us to stay in tune with our viewers' likes and dislikes. For those members with children or grandchildren, we have the Lakeland Kids Club. As a member of Lakeland PBS, you can sign children up and we'll announce their name, birthday, and town during the week of their birthday, as well as send them a birthday card. And last but not least, the benefit of knowing that you've made a difference by supporting the programs that you enjoy and helping to provide quality programs for the entire region.
Well, there you can see there's some great benefits just to that basic $36 membership level. And now we're going to get back into the program, Our Town Hackensack. But if you enjoy this type of programming and productions, let us know with your pledge of support. Thank you.
All right. Okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! We are in Hackensack, Minnesota today. It is a wonderful little community. Every year in January, we have Back to Hack Days, which is a weekend full of great outdoor fun. I call it hashtag Embrace Winter. That's usually what I put on Instagram about this weekend. Our kickoff event this morning was a fun run. It is 2.6 miles, and we call it Frostbite Your Fanny. And this morning it was truly that, because it's cold.
Back to Hack actually started in the late 60s. However, there was a number of years when the event did not take place. So back in '95, it was resurrected by the Chamber. So we're calling it our family tradition since 1995.
We also have a medallion hunt, which just wrapped up this morning. Someone found the medallion on clue number 3. Then later today at 1 o'clock, there will be a penguin plunge.
The jumpers are getting ready, so welcome. 10th annual polar plunge, penguin polar plunge.
And we're going to go jump in the lake. I'll be jumping in the lake. And that is to benefit Cass County Faith in Action and our local Hackensack Volunteer Fire Department. So hopefully we'll have a good crowd out there jumping in the lake. We have had everything, but it seems like it is typically a cold day. I've done the penguin plunge since it's been in existence, and I think we've had days we've jumped at 20 below, and we've had days that we've jumped at 30 degrees. But this is actually a beautiful day. You know, it's not windy, the sky is blue, the sun is shining. This is my favorite kind of January day. So.
And we're the penguin and the polar bear. So we've been doing this for 10 years now. And
world famous.
Yeah, we are world famous, and we get people to jump in the lake in this ice cold water on a 10 degree below zero day because we raise money for things, for good causes. Come jump in the lake with us, and yeah.
3, 2, 1. That is, everything's underwater. They're dropping eggs. 3, 2, 1, go! You have to do it, Julie. She needs assistance. There you go. Jump. All 10 years she has jumped. 3, 2, 1. Say, Lisa, we'll see you next year. Thank you. From Omaha, Nebraska, she came all this way to jump in the lake. 3, 2, 1, go! Natalie, I hope the drive was worth it. All right, good. Oh, yeah. Okay, this is good. So this final fling before the ring raised $150 for the good of the order. So thank you very much, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1, final before the fling. And good luck with the wedding.
It takes the right person to want to jump in that water, you know, so yes. So.
And I think it ended up being over $5,000 this year. So it was first cold a day as it was. So
It was worth coming out here and freezing for a reason.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is the only place you'll see a polar bear and a penguin together. Just a little bit of trivia for
Normally
you guys.
they're arch
for your
enemies,
viewers.
yes.
Yeah, we're here in Hackensack, Minnesota. I'm Andrew Johnson, involved in some of our Back to Hack activities today. Yeah, the plunge this afternoon, it was 12 below air temperature, which meant the water wasn't 40 degrees warmer than it was standing outside. But I tell you, you really feel that cold once you get back out. Yeah, I was out here dressed up like a chicken, leaping into the water, and I would say coming out in the chicken costume, it wasn't as cold as I thought it would be until I hit that water, and then it was much colder than I ever imagined I could get. My chicken friend didn't quite jump in at the same time as me, and I wasn't going to stick around out there to find out what happened. At Back to Hack, one of my favorite parts is the snow sculpting contest. 3 years ago when I first came here, the snow sculpting, there was only one sculptor that was entered. And I thought that can't be the right way to run this thing, so the last couple of years I've run around town and got local businesses to say, if you're willing to put some people out cutting up some snow, we'll get a block of snow for you. And so we got snow mold set up. Then we have the different businesses, if they have some extra time, they carve them down and make some beautiful things. Some of the local churches participate in those, and I've been enjoying getting out in the cold and getting some tools into the snow to do that. And a beautiful way for us to have the town look special as people are driving through on the highway.
Yeah, it's kind of an event for locals. We have an event in the summer where all the lake people come, and it's great. It's a great time. You see people you don't know. This event kind of was put together where the locals that do stick around, you get to see them, and yeah, it's a good event.
And there's some hardy souls that do come year after year, though,
Yeah.
you know, and oh yeah, there's always something to do.
Yeah.
So we always have a lot of fun things to do around town. So.
Just if you walk around our community today, you're going to see hundreds of people. That's what helps our community thrive.
Bemidji had the Blue Ox up there, and Brainerd had Paul Bunyan, and he said, you know, it's all in a line there. He said, we need something that's going to be attention getter for people to come to our town. Dode Schroeder was the originator. They owned the Hart's grocery store at that time, and he came up with the idea of Lucette, and he built it and he maintained it as long as he lived. And there was a contest for her name, and some gal from Iowa came up with Lucette Diana Hackensack for a name, and that's what she's been known by. And then there was a problem that after Dode died, the city forgot to be maintaining it because Dode always had. And the weaking around her neck area from the weather being right by the lake and stuff, and we had some big winds that came through, and it just, that's what gave, and her head came off. They took her and got her put back together and brought her back, and in the process, they decided we needed something else, so they found out that she was pregnant, and we have a license, a marriage license for Paul and Lucette that we have in the chamber here. And now we have little Paul that stands over by our city hall.
Well, welcome back again to the studios of Lakeland PBS here in Bemidji. But thanks for tuning in for Our Town Hackensack, where we're taking a look at the town of Hackensack through this series, Our Town. You know, our goal is to shine a light and you know, really focus on some of the unique local communities here in our coverage area in north central Minnesota. So if you enjoy this, if you're from Hackensack or you visit it there, you have some friends and family there, I think this is a really unique opportunity to capture a little bit of the history and you know, and show off some of the really unique possibilities in Hackensack. So at the $60 level tonight, you can get your own DVD copy of the program itself without all these breaks, but it's with the program itself, or the $5 sustaining. So please consider that, and just know that the reason we're doing this is these productions are expensive to do, and your support lets us know that you value this type of programming, and it helps us to continue doing productions like this here at Lakeland PBS. So please let us know with your pledge. You can always make that pledge online at our website, lptv.org. If you haven't visited our website before, I really encourage you to do so. All of our local productions are available to stream on that website, lptv.org, and all of our past productions are on there. So please consider that. And let's take a look at how to make that pledge online.
There's a special place you turn to for programs that educate, inform, and entertain your mind. Lakeland PBS. Now it's easy to pledge your support and make a difference. Whether you're a new or renewing supporter, you can pledge online at lptv.org. It's fast, easy, and secure. Just point, click, and contribute. Visit our website and pledge today.
Well, there you can see it's easy to make that pledge online at whatever level you're comfortable with. But again, just know that those dollars do stay local here to support productions just like this. Again, we had so much fun getting to know some of the folks down in Hackensack that helped us, so generously gave some of their time and some of their talents to share the stories and history of the community of Hackensack. There may be some similar threads of the storyline throughout other small communities here in north central Minnesota, but of course each individual community has a lot of unique people and places that make it unique to itself. So hopefully we let that show in this production of Our Town Hackensack. So if you enjoy this, now's the time to let us know with your pledge of support. I want to remind you of our sustaining membership. It's a really convenient way to continue supporting productions like this throughout the year. Here's how to becoming a sustaining member.
Becoming a sustaining member is fast, easy, and efficient. Choose a pledge amount and installment plan that's right for you, and then have it charged electronically to your checking account, savings account, or credit card. By becoming a sustaining member, you eliminate the need for renewal mailings, saving paper and postage costs. You can also reduce the amount of time needed for on-air fundraising by contributing to a stable source of revenue for Lakeland PBS. Your contribution will be automatically renewed each year. However, you can cancel your payments at any time. Visit lptv.org or call 1-800-292-0922 right now and become a sustaining member of Lakeland PBS today.
Well, you can see that becoming a sustaining member really does make a lot of sense. It's convenient for you, and it provides a steady stream of support to support programs that you enjoy here on Lakeland PBS in north central Minnesota, including local productions that we do. We produce alongside production partners like the folks in Hackensack who help us put this together, the Our Town Hackensack documentary. They were very generous with their time, so a big thank you to them. We hope they enjoy the program and see the value that Lakeland PBS provides in capturing some of the stories and history and people, places, and events that are so great here across north central Minnesota. Another thing I want to remind you of during our June pledge drive here is the member card, Lakeland PBS member card at the $66 level or higher. It's a really great opportunity. Let's take a look at that.
Make a day with Member Card and enjoy your 2-for-1 savings all day long. When you make a qualifying gift to this PBS station, you'll receive our Member Card, which entitles you to savings at restaurants, cultural and family attractions, bed and breakfasts, wineries, even sports, golfing, and lodging where you live. Use the card a few times and it pays for itself. And you can use the convenient Member Card app to help you find new benefits wherever you are. So what are you waiting for? Call the number on your screen and let the fun and savings begin.
Well, that's the Lptv member card. It does pay for itself after just a couple of uses. And we're going to get back into the production here of Our Town Hackensack in just a moment. But just a reminder, we have DVD copies of the program itself available at the $60 level or the $5 a month sustaining. Please consider if you're a regular visitor to Hackensack, it might make a great gift for people who are familiar with the community or maybe people who want to learn more about it. Again, shows a lot of the highlights of the history, how the town came about, some of the unique festivals and people that really make Hackensack unique. And again, so much thanks to those folks for helping us put this together. So you can go to the phone, dial 800-292-0922 to keep productions like this on the air here in north central Minnesota. Another thing I want to remind you of during our June pledge drive here is Lptv Passport. Here's some details.
Have you heard about Lptv Passport? This member benefit gives you on-demand access to a rich library of public television programming on lptv.org, pbs.org, the PBS apps, and Apple TV. Lptv Passport is available to members with a yearly contribution of at least $60 or an ongoing monthly contribution of just $5 or more. Watch over 1,000 hours of your favorite content, including American Experience, American Masters, Masterpiece, Austin City Limits, hundreds of hours of nature, Nova, Antiques Roadshow, and much more. It's Lptv Passport, another member benefit of Lakeland PBS.
Well, please consider that Lptv Passport. You know, that's what people come to PBS in Lakeland for, is that great video, including local productions just like this, Our Town Hackensack. please consider supporting. 800-292-0922. Thanks.
I'm Chuck Trozen. We are in Hackensack in the center of town at the chainsaw event, which we hold every fall. This is an annual event. We do it towards the end of September every year, and we just invite everybody to come down. We also have artisans and food vendors. There's 22 different artisans here this year. We've been putting this on for about 15 years. And I got involved 5-6 years ago, and it's a great, event that brings our town together. So at the chainsaw event, we have 12 carvers, and they come from all over the U.S. and they make carvings of many different things: a lot of bears, eagles, different animals, some very unique stuff. We all get together, and a lot of volunteer help to showcase our town and to show off carvers from all over the place. We do have 2 carvers from Hackensack, Molly Wisty and Chris Keene. They are local people. One of them is a school teacher. The other one is, he has a business in town here where he does carving and artist work. I think logging has a big history in northern Minnesota, and it was just a unique event that years ago we thought would be a good fit for our town. We have 2 auctions. We have an auction on Saturday at 2 o'clock and another auction on Sunday at 12 o'clock. The carvers can bring up to 4 items from their home or from their business, and then they can carve up to 4 more. So each of them can sell up to 8 carvings. So we have an auction Saturday to do half of those and Sunday to do the other half. And the money that we get from that sponsors the event and goes to the nonprofits in the city. I enjoy seeing the carvers. I enjoy working with the people. Just seeing our town have a good weekend.
To me, this is home. This is my town, my community.
It's the community spirit. It's the people that are there to help each other. You need anything in this town, someone's going to be there to help you, no matter what your situation is. We all help each other. Kind of a big extended family.
Sure, what drew me to this area is that it is a beautiful little place on the crossroads of travel through northern Minnesota. That it is a great place to impact the broader state as people come up here for vacation and then return to all over the United States, really. When people are on vacation up here, they're willing to come and engage and have that time where they're away from their normal routine, and I just want to be a part of that.
Well, Dan and I grew up together. We both graduated from Walker Hackensack High School, and we're the home of Lucetta Diana Kensack. You can see her in the background here. She's got a scarf on, and she was Paul Bunyan's sweetheart. The community boasts that we have 127 lakes within a 10-mile radius. That's our claim to fame here. And right now we're standing on beautiful Birch Lake that is right in Hackensack here. So you can go to all kinds of different lakes from here, and it actually drains into the Mississippi River and goes down into the Gulf from here. So.
And I think they say that the mail route population in the summer within that area is over 5,000 people. So for a town everybody thinks is 210, it's a pretty good population. Obviously not this time of year, but yeah.
But there's a few of us diehards that still stand around.
We stick around.
We stick around, yeah.
So
This is my town, my community, and I love it here, and I'd do just about anything to keep it as a place that people enjoy coming to.
Production of Our Town Hackensack is made possible by Minnesota's Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.
Well, welcome back to the studios of Lakeland PBS here in Bemidji. But of course, we're shining a light and taking a close look at the town of Hackensack with this unique local production, Our Town Hackensack. And again, thank you so much to the individuals down in the city of Hackensack for allowing us into their community and letting us tell a little bit about the history and some of the people, places, and events that make Hackensack such a wonderful destination. So that's the whole goal with this. We're hoping to continue more of these Our Town episodes to take a closer look at more of the communities throughout our region here in north central Minnesota. You know, each one of these towns in our coverage area has a fascinating history and some fantastic people to take a look and tell their story of what makes their community unique. And that's what we did here with Our Town Hackensack. If you enjoy this type of production, please let us know with your pledge of support. We'll accept a pledge at whatever level you're comfortable with. Just know that those dollars stay local to support true local programming just like this. There's no other broadcast organization here in Minnesota that's likely to do productions on small towns in our coverage area just like this. So please consider making that pledge of support. You can go to our website, lptv.org. You can make a pledge at any time, and if you do make a pledge at $60 level or $5 a month sustaining, we'll get you a DVD copy of the program you're watching, the documentary Our Town Hackensack. Just the program itself, none of these breaks, but the program itself. Consider that. It might make a great gift for folks who have never been to Hackensack, or maybe some people who are somewhere up there up in this region. They might really get a kick out of seeing that and learning a little bit more about the history of Hackensack. That's what we're trying to do here with this production, so I hope you enjoy that. Again, you can always make the phone call. 800-292-0922 is the number to call. Otherwise, like I said, you can make that pledge online. Let's take a look at how to make that pledge online.
There's a special place you turn to for programs that educate, inform, and entertain your mind. Lakeland PBS. Now it's easy to pledge your support and make a difference. Whether you're a new or renewing supporter, you can pledge online at lptv.org. It's fast, easy, and secure. Just point, click, and contribute. Visit our website and pledge today.
Yeah, you can see it's easy to do. If you have not been to our website, lptv.org, I really encourage you to do so. It has a pretty vast library of all our local productions that we've done over the past 10 years and more. They're available to see on our website, lptv.org, and a lot of background information about these productions as well. So please consider doing that. Another thing I want to remind you of is Lptv Passport. That's really what it's all about. Great video content, whether it's the national PBS shows that so many people enjoy, or these great local productions like Our Town Hackensack. You can see those through Lptv Passport. Here's some details.
Have you heard about Lptv Passport? This member benefit gives you on-demand access to a rich library of public television programming on lptv.org, pbs.org, the PBS apps, and Apple TV. Lptv Passport is available to members with a yearly contribution of at least $60 or an ongoing monthly contribution of just $5 or more. Watch over 1,000 hours of your favorite content, including American Experience, American Masters, Masterpiece, Austin City Limits, hundreds of hours of nature, Nova, Antiques Roadshow, and much more. It's Lptv Passport, another member benefit of Lakeland PBS.
Well, there you go. Passport really is a great benefit. It's becoming very popular. Of course, so many people streaming the content that they want to see when they want to see it. And of course, there's a lot of the great PBS content and the local content. There you go. It's available through PBS Passport, so please consider that. Another thing I want to remind you of during my break here is the $36 membership level. It's our basic membership level. It's got some great benefits to go with it. Let's take a look at that.
As a basic member of Lakeland PBS, there are benefits to membership that you'll enjoy, such as our Highlights Program Guide. The guide includes program listings along with program repeat times, photographs, and much more. You'll also receive the Program Preference Poll. This annual poll allows you to vote for your favorite programs, which in turn allows us to stay in tune with our viewers' likes and dislikes. For those members with children or grandchildren, we have the Lakeland Kids Club. As a member of Lakeland PBS, you can sign children up and we'll announce their name, birthday, and town during the week of their birthday, as well as send them a birthday card. And last but not least, the benefit of knowing that you've made a difference by supporting the programs that you enjoy and helping to provide quality programs for the entire region.
Well, there you can see some great benefits at that basic $36 membership level, including that program preference poll. That's the opportunity for members to let us know what programs and productions they want to see more of or less of. And consistently over the years, people have let us know that local productions like this are very, very popular. Our viewers like to see coverage of their own local communities, like we have done here with Our Town Hackensack. So if you enjoy seeing some of the your own local history highlighted and some of your friends and family and the local communities highlighted in productions like Our Town Hackensack, please let us know with your pledge of support. And another thing I'd like to remind you of is becoming a sustaining member. It's a great opportunity. It's very easy to do. Here's some details about becoming a sustaining member.
Sustaining membership is an easy, convenient, and affordable way to support the programs you love. Sustaining members make an ongoing monthly contribution from either their credit card or checking account. Just choose the monthly amount you'd like to give. Then go online or call and we'll get it set up for you. Your donation will happen automatically each month, so your support will always be current. If you want to change your sustaining membership, just contact us. Monthly contributions begin as low as $5 per month. Go online or call to start your sustaining membership right now.
Or you can have it easy to do and makes a lot of sense. It's convenient for you as a member and good for the station to support programs like this. And again, at the $60 level, I will send you your own DVD copy of the production itself. Our Town Hackensack doesn't have these breaks in it, but it is the documentary itself. Our Town Hackensack at the $60 level or $5 a month. So please consider that. And again, thank you so much to all the friendly folks down in Hackensack for helping us put this story together. We're happy to shine the light on your community. Thank you.
Programming on Lakeland PBS is brought to you in part by Brainerd Community Action, Minnesota's 4th of July capital. Parade, fireworks, arts in the parks, and so much more. The complete schedule is online at brainerdcommunityaction.org. Nisswa Viking Festival, Saturday, August 24th. Real Vikings, no horns. Viking reenactors, crafts, fun and games for the whole family. NisswaVikingFestival.com.
Dairy Queen of Bemidji, proud to have served its customers scrumptious DQ treats like the Peanut Buster Parfait, banana splits, and the famous DQ cone with a curl on the top since 1949.
And the members of Lakeland PBS. Thank you. Coming up tonight on Lakeland PBS. The Lakeland Calendar is sponsored by E.L. Mink Jewelers on Laurel Street in Brainerd. E.L. Mink Jewelers is your home for fine jewelry and jewelry repair in the heart of downtown Brainerd. Lakeland PBS will hold its board planning meeting at the Northern Lights Event Center in Walker on June 19th from 10 to 4. This meeting is open to the public. Call 800-292-0922 for more information. The Brainerd Writers Alliance will meet at the Brainerd Public Library on Saturday beginning at 10. The Northern Minnesota Songwriters will meet at NLFX in Bemidji on Saturday from 11 to 2:30. Bring a bag lunch. For more information, call 218-308-8611. There will be a reading and book signing with author Mary Shard at the Aiken United Methodist Church on Saturday from 10 to noon. This is a free event. There will be an Aiken mountain bike program held at Cuyuna Country State Recreation Area on Saturday from 9 to 11:30, noon to 2:30, and 3 to 5:30. The cost is $25 for adults and $15 for youths aged 10 to 18.
I'm Miranda Esmond-White. Join me for Aging Backwards 2, where I'll explore the groundbreaking science behind our connective tissue. It turns out that connective tissue surrounds every part of our body, and keeping it healthy is the secret to remaining young. In this program, I'll show you exactly how you can keep your connective tissue healthy and reverse the aging process.
Saturday, June 15th at 10.
Today, I'll talk about how to feel better fast in a way that lasts by giving you 7 brain-based strategies we teach our patients at Amen Clinics. We have one of the highest published success rates for people who suffer from anxiety, depression, addictions, and grief. Many of the techniques I'll give you literally take just a few minutes. You can feel better fast, and you can make it last.
The legends of 1950s and early 60s pop return to the PBS stage in an all-new My Music special.
To spend one night with you in our old rendezvous.
Saturday, June 15th at 5.
What Frank Sinatra was to the 40s, Elvis Presley was to the 50s, and the Beatles were to the 60s, John Denver was to the 70s.
John Denver, Country Boy.
Saturday, June 15th at 7:30.
They're one of the most popular bands of all time, having sold over 100 million records. Now, the reunion concert that brought them all together one more time. Fleetwood Mac, The Dance.
Saturday, June 15th at 9.
In April 1989, it began as a peaceful student protest.
We just want China to be better.
But it turned into a battle for the soul of a nation.
The government took the worst of all options.
Now, secret documents and eyewitness accounts reveal how events 30 years ago changed China forever.
The intimidation has lasted until today.
Tiananmen, the people versus the party. Tune in or stream Tuesday, June 25th at 9/8 Central, only on PBS.
This month in Passport, your on-demand library of the best of PBS.
Haley was just 16 when she disappeared. No one was ever charged.
I need to hear the truth. Following the Civil War, Reconstruction is a story of great expectations and wrenching retreats.
It was a leap in our understanding.
A child's discovery that no one was expecting.
These and other shows are available with Passport. Become a member of this PBS station, sign in, and start streaming today.
So, you've sent in your cruise with the news postcard along with your name, address, and telephone number. Now, you need to look for your name during our Lakeland News at 10 broadcast. Don't forget about our repeats the next morning. And remember to check our website. We stream the entire news broadcast live as well. If you see your name, you need to call us by 5 p.m. to be included in the final grand prize drawing. This year's contest is sponsored by AFSCME Council 5, Higgins Heating,